Hi, boys and girls. We're here on the Fort Fraser Bike Trail heading for Bartow. And I made as my location the Harvest Meat Market. That's across the street there at 540A and 98. It's a really great little local meat and veggie market. And then there's Wilson's Produce across the street next to Catfish Country. Woohoo, here we go. All right. So, why are we doing this? Why are we doing dialysis bike tours? Well, I'll tell you. If you're listening, I'll tell you. I went on dialysis. Oh, hey, here's a little quote. Listen to the voice of nature. Huron quote. So, I discovered that my kidneys failed 2 years ago. And they kept me in the hospital for days, 1 mile south. They kept me in the hospital for 12 days, and they took out 35 pounds of water out of my body. That's a lot of water. And so I've been on dialysis now for 2 years, and I'm still very much alive. And one of the nutritionists said, hey, if you get a bit of light exercise, the machine will work better for you. Clean all your little capillaries out. Keep your blood pumping. That'll actually reduce your blood pressure. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll do more bike riding. And then I found this really nice bicycle called a Bike E. And that does not mean electric. Bike E was made in Corvallis, Oregon in the 80s and 90s. And they just stopped production at one point. So I found this bike in a bike shop, and I've been riding it a lot. Happy Monday. And at one point a year ago, I decided to set aside my car. So I did. I set aside my car, and I'm getting around on bicycle only, unless I'm riding with somebody else that's got a motor vehicle. And it seems like I have a little constellation of people that have popped up in my life that also don't have cars. There's a happy family from Morocco. Papa's got a cataract problem. They don't have a car. They get around on bicycles. And I got a buddy who's a wonderful daddy of a 4-year-old child. He gets around on a bicycle. And anyhow, there's a bunch of us bike-only people in the neighborhood. So, if you're a person who has a loved one who's on dialysis, I want to encourage you and encourage you to encourage them and take the time to say to them, listen, you got a lot of life to live, and you've already lived a lot of life, and why don't we make some video stories about your experiences. Now, I designed a thing called the Family Honesty Workshop. In the Family Honesty Workshop, there's the family storytelling time. And there's 6 different topics. 6 topics. So you get together with your loved one and do a little do a little video recording. Keep them short, 3 minutes or something, or more if you need. And there's 6 topics you can work with. You can find other topics if you want to. Number 1, where is a wonderful place that you love that you would take us all back to? That you would take us all to? Not a bucket list place, and it can be a little familiar place like your grandmom's kitchen. And you can tell us all why you want to take us to your grandmom's kitchen. Or you can take us to a park you used to like to go to, or a favorite swimming hole or fishing hole, or a more fancy trip to a mountain or an island if you want. But I like to keep it simple and childlike. Mom and Papa, I want to go to the place where they have the yellow swing in the backyard. Oh my gosh, the kids want to go back to Aunt Mary's house because of that yellow swing. You know, the children, you got the right idea. They're excited about little things. So, a favorite place you would take us all to? A scary time in your life. A special person that came into your life. And of course, you can hit these topics over and over again. Special person that did something special or took special care of you. Special person. I can think of special people in my life. I had a vocal coach and a cross-country coach. And both of them, I didn't appreciate it at the time, but both of them were a major positive influence. A favorite place, a scary time, a special person, an embarrassing time. Now, sometimes it's good to tell a story about a difficult thing or a, difficult thing, scary thing, sad thing, so that people really know what you've been through and they can apply that to their lives. And you can talk about how you handled the situation and what happened and all that. So, special place, a scary time, a special person, an embarrassing time, a supernatural moment where something really out of the ordinary happened. A lot of people have healing stories. Some people have ghost stories. Some people have stories of very strange meetings. Like I was visiting Paris, and all of a sudden I met up with a friend of mine from high school in Paris. How do you like that? That's not so supernatural, but it's fun. Okay. A special place. A scary time, a special person. An embarrassing time, a supernatural moment. And a happy time in your life. Really happy time. And you can explain why. Now, isn't that wonderful? You can sit down with your loved one on dialysis and you can actually catch up some family stories that can last and that can touch the lives of the children and the grandchildren and the friends. Never heard that story. Sometimes when a person's on dialysis, they got a little bit more time on their hands. And that's time to serve the family. That's time to serve the kids. I got extra time now care for the kids and fix bicycles for free, and just, take the extra time, not being so busy with my stuff, to sit down and teach the kids how to bang a drum and sing a song, make up their own song. So you can also do lots of nice things in the food department. Like the dialysis clinic that I'm currently getting treatments at is a Davita clinic. And there's all these neat recipes that are pretty easy on your body. Happy Monday! So you get out some of those recipes, get the kids together, and you make up a special recipe that's really good and healthy and tasty for your loved one who's on dialysis. That's a fun thing. Now, happy Monday. And so, for example, one good thing to keep your protein and albumin level up is hard-boiled eggs, and you can season them in different ways. I've got India seasoning and Mexican seasoning I can put on the hard-boiled eggs. Now, but to make hard-boiled eggs in a way where the shells just fall off, that's really big fun. And you got to have a bunch of ice cubes. So first thing you want to do, maybe you've got one of them ice maker things that pops out a bunch of ice cubes. But if you don't, stock up on some ice. Get yourself a big box of ice because you're going to use it all up. And you take a pot of water and you put it on the stove. Don't put the eggs in. Take a pot of water and put it on the stove. Nice big pot of water. Get it up to the boiling. Get it into a rolling boil. And then put a big bunch of eggs. Might as well do a bunch of them at once. They stay pretty good for a little while, snacking on them. Get yourself a bunch of eggs, maybe a whole dozen eggs. Put them in a little strainer or something, and you put them all into that boiling water all at the same time. Splooge! Put them right in there. Okay, then you check the clock or set the timer. Set the timer. Set your little kitchen timer up. Come on. Set it for 13 minutes. Now when you put the eggs in, it might cut down on the boil a little bit. So you keep the heat up to high, and then when it starts kind of rolling and bubbling and boiling again, you turn the heat down, at least to the point where you see there's still some bubbles rising up. That means that water is at 212 and it's putting out steam. You don't have to have it on a super boil the whole time the eggs are in there. You just need to keep it nice and hot. So you turn it from high down to medium, maybe a touch lower than medium, depending upon what kind of stove you got. Everybody's stove is different. So you get those eggs in there and you boil those eggs for 13 minutes. Now, while the eggs are boiling, you get yourself a big old bowl. You throw all the ice in there that you can. And just before the 13 minutes are over, you're going to fill that bowl up with water. So you got water and ice together. That's freezing. So you're going from 212 to 32. Or if you're operating with centigrade, which is much wiser, the bowl of ice is 0. Bowl of ice is 0. And I don't know what boiling is in centigrade. Maybe it's 100. I feel embarrassed. So anyhow, about around 10 minutes, when you get to 10 minutes, you pour some water into that bowl. Don't put too much water in it. You don't want all the ice to melt down. You just want a solution of lots of ice and some water, and it's going to cover over all those eggs. So then, when you get to the 13 minutes, either you pull the strainer out that's got the eggs in it, just lift them up, shake them off a little bit, and pour them right into that bowl of freezing cold water. And that stops the cooking at a certain exact point. That makes the egg, the hard-boiled egg, just right. And because of that freezing cold plunge, somehow it makes the shell and the little membrane around the egg very, very loose. So you let those eggs sit in there. Don't mess with them. Just let them all cool down for a while. And then you don't have to peel them right away, but sometimes it's a good idea to do that. So you reach your hand in there, you feel whether the eggs are still kind of warm or hot. Leave them in there until they're all cooled down. And then you start cracking those shells, and you will find out that the eggshell is going to, you just tap it, squeeze it a little bit, and the egg's going to fall right out of the shell. Both sides, no picking, no fussing. Real quick, you got a whole bowl full of hard-boiled eggs. Now, everybody's stove's different, and everybody likes their hard-boiled eggs a little different. So you can go for 12 minutes, or you can go for 14 minutes and see how it goes while they're boiling. But that's basically the game. That's how you cook those hard-boiled eggs. So they're just wonderful. And I love to make coleslaw that's healthy for you too. We can talk about that next trip. And most importantly, if you're on dialysis, get inspired. Think about the things that you've always wanted to do and don't feel sad about them. You get the next generation inspired to run forward with some of your dreams. And you never know what might happen. And I'm one of those nutty people that don't believe that you actually die, your physical body dies, but you're still 100% you. And so you're actually going to be seeing the rising generations sometimes fulfill your dreams. That's a nice thing. It's not like you can do anything to them or for them, but you get to watch and hope that they go in a way that is good and excellent. So, greetings from the beautiful Fort Fraser Bike Trail, just north of the Bartow Medical Center, just south of the mighty Bartow Ford. We're going to sign off for now and continue to pedal into Bartow. Thanks for joining me if you did. I'm going to wave goodbye. Oh, I can't because I can't push the buttons. Okay, I'm waving goodbye. Can you see me waving? I'm waving goodbye. Hey, thanks for visiting Dialysis Bike Tours. Sorry about the choppy camera work. Someday maybe we'll have a cameraman.